Hi, my name's Bear Grylls. I am a survival expert. After years of serving in the Notch Special Forces, I have picked up survival techniques that will help me survive many different situations throughout the Minecraft world. I was dropped off at sunrise in the Minecraft plains. I only have 2 spades, 2 pickaxes, some torches, some sticks, and a flint and steel to survive with. First thing I need to do to survive this is to get to high ground so I can survey the area. After a few hours of hiking, Pete comes across his first problem. There is a stretch of water he must cross to get to some land. The waters are heavily infested with all kinds of sea creatures, but luckily the waters are shallow enough so Pete is safe. Immediately after this, Pete comes across what seems like an underground cavern. These underground caverns are highly dangerous, and it is not recommended you explore these without the proper equipment. Luckily, Pete has torches which can light up caverns and help him find precious minerals which he can dig out with his pickaxe. Immediately, Pete finds some iron ore in the caverns and he digs it out with his pickaxe. This iron ore can be used to make all sorts of materials later on, such as buckets, new pickaxes, new spades, and other various helpful equipment that could be used in the survival of Pete. Pete also comes across some coal deposits. These coal deposits are very important as they help Pete to make some torches later on. He only has a limited supply, and new torches are very vital to the survival out here in the wild. After another lengthy hike of another couple of hours, Pete finally finds his way up to the top of the hill, where he can survey the land and find a place for the night. On top of the hill, there is also a lot of tree life, so Pete, using his survival skills, can climb these trees and get an even better look at the landscape. After having spent the entire day on his feet, walking around and digging through caves, Pete needs to find some food. Luckily there's some wild pigs, and Pete is able to use his skills to kill the pigs and get some pork, which he can eat this evening for his evening meal. Final task for Pete before he sets up his home for the night is to chop down some wood so he has some firewood to keep himself warm at night. The temperatures in this region can plummet to -20 during the night, and Pete could easily freeze to death without a nice, cozy fire. As nighttime approaches, Pete must act fast to build his shelter for the night. Pete finds a small cave in the hillside and lights it up with a torch as he sets about building his shelter for the night. Pete must make sure the roof is sound and that there is an entranceway to block off the nighttime creatures. At night, the creatures are much more fierce than in the day, as the nocturnal forces of nature come out to play. After clearing out the cave a bit, it's time for Pete to build his fireplace before the temperature drops too low and he is frozen solid. Pete places his wood he chopped down earlier, and he builds a stone outer ring so that the fire does not spread through his cave. Pete, luckily, he has a flint and steel, so he's able to light the fire with ease, and now he can stay warm and cozy in his cave for the entire night. With the fire burning, Pete can now cook his pork for the night and have some food, which is much needed if he's going to be able to survive the next day. It only takes a short while and the pork is cooked. As Pete has 3 pieces of pork, he can eat 1 today and leave the other 2 pieces for tomorrow and have some extra food. Pete stores the other 2 in his bag for the next day. It seems that a sheep has come to visit Pete's cave. Pete can take the wool off this sheep and use it for some bedding for the night. Pete carefully digs an entranceway and goes outside to collect the wool, which it could be very dangerous considering the nocturnal creatures that are out at the moment. Pete returns to his cave with the wool, and with this he can build himself a little bed for the night. Pete places down the wool, and he has himself a nice cozy bed right next to some fire. Pete now goes to sleep for the night.